thing about phosphorus is that it's the only element that we're going to talk about that doesn't involve the atmosphere. Phosphorus wants nothing to do with your air. However, the lithosphere, fancy word for the Earth's crust, is amply supplied with phosphorus. Rocks contain inorganic phosphates, especially sedimentary rocks that originated in old ocean floors and lake beds where living things died and sank to the bottom, where their phosphorus-rich bodies piled up and made phosphorus-rich rocks over time. Unfortunately, there aren't a lot of rock-eating organisms on Earth, just a couple of bacteria, which are called lithotrophs, by the way. However, when these rocks are re-exposed and water erodes them, some of the phosphates are dissolved into the water. These dissolved phosphates are immediately available to and assimilated by plants, which are then eaten by animals. From here, the same thing goes for the decomposers as with the nitrogen cycle. When a leaf drops or something poops or dies, the decomposers break it down and release the phosphate back into the soil or water. And phosphates get about as much downtime in the soil as a $20 bill on the sidewalk. Decomposed phosphate is immediately reassimilated back into plants, and this little cycle just keeps going and going. Plants to the animal to the decomposers to the soil and back into a plant. That is, until that atom of phosphorus makes its way into some kind of body of water. Because aquatic and marine ecosystems need phosphorus like crazy. Once a phosphorus atom makes its way into a deep lake or ocean, it cycles around among the organisms there, algae, plankton, fish. And this cycling can go on for a long time. I mean, not as long as a phosphorus atom trapped in a rock, that can be millions of years, but by some estimates, a single phosphorus atom can be caught in a biological cycle for 100 years.
Researchers at Ohio's Heidelberg University have been studying water quality for 4 decades. The team is gathering water samples on streams that feed into the Maumee River, which flows into Lake Erie.
Automatic samplers are set up to take samples 3 times a day, every 8 hours, for an entire week. And inside that station is a refrigerated sampler, and every Monday we come out here and exchange the bases.
In the 1960s, pollution and algal blooms almost killed Lake Erie. After that, phosphates were banned in laundry detergent. Phosphorus was reduced, and things got better. But in recent years, algal blooms have been making a comeback, and Heidelberg researchers think they've found out why. It's called dissolved phosphorus. It's said dissolved phosphorus is like a power bar for the toxic algae.
If you were to ask 5 years ago, dissolved phosphorus, everybody would scratch their head and go, what's that?
And they now feel that that's really the component, one of the main components in contributing to the algal blooms. We like to think that we know everything that's going on out here, but sometimes it takes a little bit longer term of sampling and database and data analysis to really start to see trends.
Though there are several sources of dissolved phosphorus, scientists believe most of the problem comes from farm fertilizer.